much trivia. Hey guys, Sean here, and welcome back to Random Facts about Thomas the Tank Engine DVDs and VHSs, Part 5. The 2005 re-release of the James Learns a Lesson VHS, the one with this label, has Thomas's anthem at the end of the tape, just like the DVD release at the same time, which makes this the only Thomas VHS to be re-released with a change of content, not counting the George Carlin Thomas Gets Tricked or the releases with echoed soundtracks. The DVD Santa's Little Engine contains the Season 13 episode Snow Tracks, re-narrated by Mark Morgan, which makes it the only time that a CGI episode was re-narrated in English, and the last time that a US DVD contains an episode that was on a previous release. The only DVDs to have Edward on the cover are 10 Years of Thomas, Come Ride the Rails, and Merry Winter Wish. And to go along with that, Thomas and the Really Brave Engines is the only DVD to have Donald and Douglas on the cover. Percy's Ghostly Trick is the only DVD to have Oliver on the cover. And Fun with Thomas and The Thomas Way are the only DVDs to have Duck on the cover. Now let's talk about some more goofs. On the 10 Years of Thomas, on the back, it says Henry the Elephant instead of Henry and the Elephant, and it's even on the DVD. And on the 1990 release of Thomas Gets Tricked, A Big Day for Thomas is mistitled as A Big Day Out for Thomas. You know how some versions of the Thomas's Snowy Surprise VHS list Thomas's Snowy Surprise instead of It's Only Snow on the episode selection? Well, the Thomas's Snowy Surprise DVD that comes with the CD sampler also has that mistake. See, look, Thomas's Snowy Surprise and It's Only Snow. And also the pamphlet that it came with has that mistake as well. See, look, Thomas's Snowy Surprise and It's Only Snow. On the Thomas and the Special Letter VHS, right before Don't Judge a Book by its cover starts, you can see a few frames of the start of Gone Fishing, which was the song on Rusty to the Rescue, the previous VHS release. Percy's Chocolate Crunch is the only DVD whose booklet is printed in landscape mode. I have no idea why. Here's another goof. There is a second funnel behind Thomas on the 2009 cover of James Learns a Lesson. On Thomas Gets Tricked, there are a couple of lines that are in the 1990 version that were redubbed in later versions, and here they are.
Thomas likes to tease Gordon with his whistle. Thomas likes to tease Gordon with his whistle. And off Thomas ran laughing, and off he ran laughing. Maybe I don't have to tease Gordon to feel important. Maybe I don't have to tease Gordon to feel important. Edward's driver came up. Edward's driver came up. How long do you think Henry will stay in the tunnel? How long do you think Henry will stay in the tunnel? I'd like to come out of the tunnel, but Henry didn't know how to ask. I'd like to come out of the tunnel, but Henry didn't know how to ask. Now let's talk about some versions of VHS tapes that don't exist. There doesn't seem to be an early 1995 variant for James Learns a Lesson and Thomas Gets Bumped. There doesn't exist a 1999 label for A Big Day for Thomas, which means it was only available for a short amount of time in 1998, which is why it's really rare nowadays. There doesn't seem to be a 2000 blue tape of James Learns a Lesson Sing-Along or Rusty to the Rescue. And there doesn't seem to be a 2004 label of any of these releases. However, there is a 2004 label of Thomas Gets Tricked and James Goes Buzz Buzz, which means that those covers that were first released in 1995 were still available in stores up until 2004, 9 years later. In 2009, Lionsgate got the distribution rights to Thomas from Anchor Bay, and they re-released every DVD from Best of Thomas to Rusty to the Rescue except for these. Thomas's Christmas Wonderland, obviously it was never even released by itself without a CD sampler. Salty Secret, it was only available in Canada, and in the US it was re-released as Harvey to the Rescue. Trust Thomas and Thomas Gets Tricked only in these double features. And Trackside Tunes, only in Canada. The non-Anchor Bay DVDs that they didn't re-release are Steamies vs. Easels, only in double features and these DVD packs. It's Great to Be an Engine, only in these DVD packs. Songs from the Station, and Milkshake Muddle, only in a Spanish double feature. Fun fact, when Lionsgate re-released the DVDs in 2009, they all still had the Anchor Bay logo on them, except for Hooray for Thomas for some reason. Between 2005 and early 2007, Anchor Bay released home video bonus packs, which are DVDs with wooden railway items inside of them. And the DVDs that came inside of them were slimmer than regular DVDs. They made them for every DVD between Best of Thomas and A Big Day for Thomas, except for these: Cranky Bugs, Spills and Chills, Thomas's Christmas Wonderland, Thomas and His Friends Help Out, and Thomas and His Friends Get Along.
And they also didn't make them for the first 4 Season 8 releases. After that, they started putting regular cases inside of home video bonus packs, so every DVD after Percy's Ghostly Trick never got a slim case. Except for Ultimate Christmas, Thomas Gets Tricked, and Thomas and the Toy Workshop for some reason. Now let's talk about some trivia about how some releases came to be. The reason why Anchor Bay released Best of Percy, Best of Thomas, and Best of James when they did was because in 2001 they already released all of Season 5, so they needed to release something until Season 6 came out, so they released compilations based on certain characters. The same can be said in 1998 when they released Thomas and His Friends Get Along, Thomas Comes to Breakfast, and A Big Day for Thomas. They already released all of Season 4, so they needed something until Season 5 came out. And it's a good thing that they did, because most of these George Carlin's narrations were never on any other release. The first 5 VHS tapes released in America have all of Ringo Starr's narrations in the same order as how they appeared on Shining Time Station Season 1, except for 5. Percy Takes the Plunge, which was the second story on the episode Mapping It Out. The first story on Mapping It Out was The Runaway, which was the last episode on Better Late Than Never. Percy's Ghostly Trick and Woolly Bear from the episode Things That Go Gahooga in the Night, and Safe from Scrap and A New Friend for Thomas from the season finale Is This the End? Ringo Starr's US narration of Percy Takes the Plunge was put on Best of Percy. His narration of Safe from Scrap and A New Friend for Thomas was put on Engine Friends in 2012. And his narration of Percy's Ghostly Trick and Woolly Bear were never released on any home video. His narration of Trouble in the Shed was also put on Engine Friends, so that means that Thomas Gets Tricked, James Learns a Lesson, Best of Percy, and Engine Friends are the only DVDs to feature Ringo Starr's US narrations. Also in 2009, when Lionsgate re-released most of the Thomas DVDs, they also released 8 DVDs with new covers, and 5 of those 8 with new titles. Make Someone Happy was retitled Really Useful Engines. Salty Secret was retitled Harvey to the Rescue. Thomas and His Friends Help Out was retitled Friends Help Out. Thomas and His Friends Get Along was retitled The Runaway Engine. And Thomas Comes to Breakfast was retitled Pop Goes the Diesel. Percy's Chocolate Crunch, James and the Red Balloon, and Best of Gordon were re-released in that style, but didn't get a name change. Now I'm going to attempt to explain which versions of Thomas Gets Tricked have Look Out for the Train on them. Now, the first tape to have that error came out in 1993. When Strain Home Video first released Thomas Gets Tricked with this cover, they re-released it with this label, but the master that they used was the one on the 1990 VHS, so it has the Strain VCI logo at the beginning of the tape, even though the Strain Home Video is on the label of the tape. This tape has that master, so Look Out for the Train is not on this tape. When they re-released it in 1993, they made a new master with the Strain Home Video logo at the beginning of the tape, and that version is the first version to have Look Out for the Train on it.
Look out for the train.
It should have this exact same label. And then in 1995, Video Treasures released 3 different versions of Thomas Gets Tricked, all with this cover. One of them has the same master as the 1990 VHS tape, so Look Out for the Train is not on that one. The second one has no opening logo, and the UK and US soundtracks overlap. On that one, you can faintly hear Look Out for the Train underneath the music. Those 2 tapes should have this label. And the third release is the famous one with the George Carlin narration and more episodes at the end. That one has this label, and Look Out for the Train is not on that one. The only other ones that we know of to have Look Out for the Train is the one released by Time Life in 1994, as well as the 2003 Anchor Bay release. Now let's give some corrections on the things I previously said that are wrong, as well as elaborate on some other pieces of trivia. In part 3, there was a clip where I just couldn't use the original audio and I just forgot to record new audio, so here is that piece of trivia. In the pamphlet for Best of James, the pictures that they use for Don't Judge a Book by Its Cover and Harold the Helicopter are different than the ones on the actual DVD. And also on the pamphlet, it describes the quarry and says Cranky the Crane is very useful here. Also in part 4, I talked about DVDs that came with CD samplers. This to go along with that. Not only was Thomas's Songs and Outhouse Rhythms never released without a CD sampler, it was also released with 2 different CD samplers. One where it's a sample of Thomas's Songs and Outhouse Rhythms and contains the songs Thomas's Anthems, Great to Be an Engine, Real Useful Engine, and Let's Have a Race. And another where it's a sample of Thomas's Train Our Tracks and contains the songs Winter Wonderlands, The Snow Song, Come for the Ride, and Little Engines. My version is the Thomas's Songs and Roundhouse Rhythms one, but when I found it at Goodwill, it didn't have the CD. Fun fact, when I found this at Goodwill, right next to it was the Percy's Chocolate Crunch with the CD sampler, but that was also missing the CD, so I only got this because it had the pamphlet as well. Hey, you remember when I said that there's a version of Troublesome Trucks that has laughing all the way through it? Yeah, that was fake. Some guy made that up. Maybe. You know when I said that Percy's Ghostly Trick was the last DVD until Christmas on Sodor to list the episodes on the back? Well, actually, Percy in the Bandstand is the last DVD to list the episodes on the back until Christmas on Sodor. Also in part 4, when I talked about the Brenner era DVDs, there's one line that I just forgot to say for some reason. On the DVD Signals Crossed, there's 5 episodes in the US release with 7 episodes in the UK release, but unlike Trouble on the Tracks, they never put the extra 2 episodes on another DVD, so that means that Toad's Bright Idea and Spencer's VIP were never released on DVD in America. Hey, you know in part 4 when I talked about episodes relating to Shining Time Station? Well, here's a couple more. George Carlin's narration of Thomas and the Conductor and Thomas Goes Fishing were only on Shining Time Station. They were never released on any home video, except for the really rare version of the George Carlin Thomas Gets Tricked VHS. And also George Carlin's narration of Edward Helps Out and Terrence the Tractor were never on Shining Time Station. Now let's do something I've never done before. Let's talk about some UK trivia. In the UK, they released season 1 and 2 across 6 tapes in the late 80s, and then in 1992, they re-released those tapes with different titles and different covers. Thomas and Gordon was re-released as Thomas and the Trucks with a picture from Henry's Forest on the cover. Troublesome Trucks was re-released as Thomas Goes Fishing with a picture from Trouble with Mud on the cover. Coal and Other Stories was re-released as Down the Mine and Other Stories with a picture from Wrong Road on the cover. Thomas, Percy and the Coal was re-released as Percy and the Signal, with a picture from Percy and the Signal on the cover. At least they got that right. Percy and Harold was re-released as The Runaway, with a picture from No Joke for James on the cover. And finally, The Deputation was re-released as Ghost Train, with a picture from Percy and the Signal on it, which is actually on that release. The UK retailer Marks & Spencer's released their own version of The Very Best of Thomas and Friends with their logo on the top and the front picture smaller. They also made their own version of the Thomas Goes Fishing VHS, but no other releases. The UK tapes Time for Trouble and Trust Thomas had an early narration that was re-narrated for TV and later releases. Those had credits over a still of the last frame of each episode, when later releases just had a still of Thomas for the credits. The first UK DVD to be in widescreen was The Fogman back in 2002, but the first US DVD to be in widescreen was Spills and Thrills, a Season 17 DVD that came out in 2013. And speaking of Spills and Thrills, there are a bunch of take-and-play products that advertised the episodes on it when it came out, but some of them are completely made up and not even based on any episode. Products like Stanley's Construction Clash, Whiff's Banana Blooper, and Bash's Tree Tumble, and also Harvey's Heavy Haul. I mean, technically, Gone Fishing was on Spills and Thrills, but this exact scenario didn't happen in that episode. On the back cover of the original release of the complete Series 6, there are a bunch of episodes that have different titles. It's Only Snow is called Trouble for Thomas, Buffer Bother is called Bill and Ben's Excellent Adventure, Jack Jumps In is called Jack Goes to Work, and Thomas the Jet Engine is called the American title Thomas and the Jet Engine. The Australian DVD of Happy Holidays advertises songs on the cover of the DVD, but it doesn't have songs. It was recalled quickly, which makes it one of the rarest Thomas DVDs in the world. On the complete Series 12, there is a second buffer beneath Thomas's buffer, but only on the slipcover and only on the back. Here's an update on my Thomas VHSs. In 1990, Thomas Gets Tricked with a black VHS tape. The other VHS tape that I had was blue. In 1991, Better Late Than Never. This version I got off of eBay, and this version came in the package from Oliver 11 GWR. The first edition of James Learns a Lesson with a blue VHS tape. In 1999, label of Thomas Gets Tricked, and a 2000 ink label of Daisy. The metallic cover of Thomas's Christmas Wonderland with a blue VHS. A regular black VHS of Spills and Chills. The other VHS that I had was blue with a sticker label. The 2004 label of Thomas's Snowy Surprise. 2004 label of Thomas Gets Tricked. The 2004 label of Best of Thomas. The 2005 label of New Friends for Thomas. And the 2005 label of James Learns a Lesson. This version had the Thomas's Anthem on it. Here's an update of my Thomas books. Diesel's Devious Deed. Edward's Exploit. James in a Mess, The Cranky Day, A Better View for Gordon, Percy's Chocolate Crunch, Thomas's Milkshake Muddle, Little Engines Can Do Big Things with the Magic Railroad logo, Thomas Gets a Snowplow, Thomas's Christmas Party Buzzbook, and Four Little Engines Buzzbook. Here's an update of my Thomas DVDs. Sticky Situations, Thomas's Snowy Surprise with the CD sampler, 10 Years of Thomas, the Sounds of Sodor edition, the 2018 glow-in-the-dark slipcover of Thomas's Halloween Adventures, Thomas's Trusty Friends and On Site with Thomas double feature, and the DVD packs Best Tales on the Tracks and Full Steam Ahead. And for UK DVDs, The Very Best of Thomas and Friends, The Spirit of Sodor, Heave Ho, Team Up with Thomas, On the Go with Thomas, Danger at the Docks, the complete series for the Complete Series 5, the Complete Series 6, and the Complete Series 7. So that was Random Facts about Thomas DVDs and VHSs Part 5. I hope you like it, and I don't even know if there's enough trivia to even make a Part 6. So until we meet again, thanks for watching. Soon.